I grew up in this department. I've been in this department since 1976, on and off, but mainly on. And well, I have a lot of memories here. I have an emotional attachment to this place. My love of the department goes beyond the professional.
Can you tell me about the call when the president called you and asked you to be Attorney General? How'd that conversation go?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday. I was at home, and my wife picked up the phone.
I remember answering the phone and someone saying, you know, President-elect Obama would like to speak to Eric Holder.
And she said, "It's Barack Obama."
You're overcome at that point.
I think I made a joke. I said, "Well, I have to think about this," and I said, "I've thought about it." And I think the space between having to think about it and having thought about it was about a nanosecond.
So that was the moment, and I remember thinking, hanging up the phone and thinking that, wow, you are really about to be part of something big.
I, Eric H. Holder Jr., do solemnly swear that
I remember so well the day Eric Holder was sworn in. And you heard this cheer.
It came at a time where the Justice Department was under scrutiny because of the relationship between the White House and the Justice Department.
Morale was not good. Even Republican-appointed U.S. attorneys from previous administrations were howling about the politicization, and he had a big job ahead of him.
Here is a man who's brought the Justice Department back.
Eric's father was an immigrant who served in the Army in World War II, only to be refused service at lunch counters in the nation he defended. But he and his wife raised their son to believe that this country's promise was real. And that son grew up to become Attorney General of the United States. And that's something.
For President Barack Obama, the first African-American president to appoint the first African-American Attorney General, a man named Holder, it meant everything. Attorney General Holder had the capacity, the ability to go all out to restore the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice to the status that it had in the early years when Robert F. Kennedy and others was at the Department of Justice.
Well, my interest in public service was generated, in the election in 1960 when John Kennedy became president, and the role that the Kennedy administration, that Robert Kennedy as Attorney General played, the role that they played, is something that's always been an inspiration to me. Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy sent his top deputy, Deputy Attorney General Nick Katzenbach, whose portrait hangs in my personal office, to literally stare down racial discrimination in the schoolhouse door in order to enforce the integration of the University of Alabama. It was my late sister-in-law, Vivian Malone, who walked through that university's doors on that day.
That is what Eric's family and my family have in common, that we were, part of the people that saw injustice and didn't just accept it for what it was, but figured out ways to make it better and to change the system.
Throughout his career, Eric has always dedicated himself to equal justice and equal opportunity under the law for all people, no matter who they are, what the color of their skin, their sexual orientation, their religion, or their politics. He has taken really important action to defend voting rights when they have been under assault.
This Attorney General was absolutely tireless in standing up for voting rights and access to one of our most fundamental rights as a nation.
This administration has to do all that we possibly can to protect the voting rights of every American in this country.
This man didn't shy away. He continued to file suits, to go in places like Texas and North Carolina and other places around the country. He also spoke out, and he continued to speak out. This man been steadfast. He's anchored in the cause of civil rights and social justice.
He saw that not just civil rights as it relates to, African Americans, but I think as it relates to the LGBT community.
I will issue a new policy memorandum that will, for the first time in history, formally instruct all Justice Department employees to give lawful same-sex marriages full and equal recognition to the greatest extent possible under the law.
Attorney General Holder truly is the LGBT rights movement's Robert F. Kennedy. And without Holder's leadership, we wouldn't be where we are. Today, DOMA is gone. DOMA has been relegated to the dustbin of history, in large part because of the leadership of the Department of Justice under Attorney General Holder.
He worked to give all people the faith that the justice system was on their side. He has taken really important action to reduce the crime rate and the federal prison population at the same time.
It's not an accident that under Eric's tenure, while a lot of people will point to other facts, that we started to recalibrate our sentencing laws here in the United States.
Over the past year, the federal prison population declined by roughly 4,800 inmates. This is the first decrease that we have seen in many decades. This is nothing less than historic.
He has worked to improve our prison system, improve the choices we make in prosecution, and America's been better for it.
On his watch, federal courts have successfully prosecuted hundreds of terror cases, proving that the world's finest justice system is fully capable of delivering justice for the world's most wanted terrorists.
Eric Holder said, "We believe in our justice system, we believe in it, and we will use it, and we'll show the rest of the world we are not hiding and cowering. We're not afraid of these terrorists. We'll prosecute them." And he has, and every time successfully.
I think at the end of this tenure, if Eric walks away from this job and he says that there's even one thing that he was able to fix or to make the playing field more level for all Americans, then I think he would have felt that he did a good job.
We're going to miss him. We're going to miss his leadership, his vision, his dedication. I love the man.
The historians will write about the critical role of this Attorney General.
I've been here 40 years. Nobody has been as good a better Attorney General than Eric Holder's been.
I think that I will leave with a sense that we've accomplished a great deal over the past 6 years, and I'm going to be proud of that, proud of the men and women who have worked with me here at the Justice Department.
So I just want to say thank you, Eric. Thank you to the men and the women of the Justice Department who work day in and out for the American people, and we could not be more grateful for everything that you've done, not just for me and the administration, but for our country.